long does weight loss take when you're in menopause? Well, there's a difference between weight loss and fat loss, which I'm going to talk about in this video, but there isn't a one size fits all. But I do have a handy guide for you to know what to expect, but you do need to be following the correct process. Hello fam, and welcome to my channel. My name's Melissa Neal, and this channel is all about helping you if you're a woman over 40 or like me over 50 get in amazing shape. I carried out a survey just recently about what was your kind of biggest concern around the time of menopause, and weight gain came out really strongly. It was like the top answer. I'm going to put a picture of the survey here, and it came out as the top answer at 59%. One of the biggest questions that I get asked is, how long is it going to take me, Melissa? And of course, the short answer to that is, well, that depends. And the first thing that I'm going to talk about is, what does it depend on? And then I'm going to give you some numbers on what to expect. But watch right until the end, because I'm going to give you an opportunity to take part in an amazing program where you can experience fat loss in just 8 weeks. Imagine that. And these women that I'm going to show here, they've actually taken part in that program, and there's also a massive prize of $20,000. So watch right until the end to find out the information about that. What I would say is there's a huge caveat about what the numbers I'm going to give you in terms of getting fat loss are, because you need to be following the right process. So if you're doing things like juicing, or you're doing extreme 24-hour fasting, or you're doing tons of cardio, for example, you're not going to hit these numbers, because those methods, and this is like well documented by me, but those methods are completely wrong for fat loss. And the thing about it is you can't do what you did in your younger days and expect to see results. You have to follow the proper method. And what I would say is there's a massive difference between fat loss and weight loss. So weight loss in the scale can mean you're going to lose muscle, you're going to lose water as well as fat. But I'm talking about fat loss, and that's the most important thing. We don't want to be losing muscle. We don't necessarily want to be losing a ton of water. What we want to be losing is body fat. So the right method of doing that is getting your protein high, tracking how much you're eating. So that's going to be weighing and measuring your food. It's going to be lifting weights, and yes, there will be a moderate amount of cardio. I like to talk about between 15 and 30 minutes per session, 3 or 4 times a week. So if you're doing everything correctly, how long is it going to take? Well, I'm going to put like a graphic up here, but in weeks 1 to 3, you should experience inch loss, specifically around your waist, if you're doing things properly. In weeks 3 to 6, your clothes are going to start feel looser. You might even drop a dress size. That, together with the inch loss, is a surefire sign that you're losing body fat, and a much better measurement than actually weighing yourself on the scale. Around the 12-week or 3-month mark, that is when other people will start to notice. They'll comment and they'll compliment you. And often they'll say, oh, you've been doing something differently, or you've lost weight, and you're thinking, actually, I haven't lost weight on the scale. But if people are starting to notice, that is like a surefire sign that everything's working properly. And you're talking about the 6-month mark for a full body transformation. Now, it's important to note here, that's a guideline. There's not a one size fits all. And what you want to be doing is you want to be being consistent. Now, the stricter you are, and that's what the women do on my 8-week challenge, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. The stricter you are, in a way, the faster results that you're going to get. But that doesn't mean working out every single day. What that means is just being really strict on your nutrition. The stricter you are on the nutrition, the better this is going to work. But some people will want to work by the 80-20 rule, because if you're doing this 80% of the time and you think to yourself, well, the other 20% of the time I might be wanting to eat out or socialise or do something which means that you can't quite weigh and measure your food and be really precise. You want to play the 80-20 rule. But if you're really wanting to win that big prize fund, for example, that I'm offering, you probably want to be doing this 100% of the time, which is only for 8 weeks after all. So it's absolutely possible. So that's a decision for you. But, for most people, they're going to be more comfortable with fitting in the 80-20 rule. And just remember, consistency is key to all of this. Your 1 to 3 weeks, your 3 to 6 weeks, that's amazing. If you can do this for 3 months plus, or like me for years, and now I've been doing it for years, I don't have to try that hard now I've been doing it for years, you're going to see much better success. So consistency and staying with it 80% of the time is going to see you have a really incredible result. And I know women that I've seen through my programs have had a better result than anything else they have ever tried since hitting the menopause, because they are focusing on the high protein eating, the lifting weights, and weighing and measuring their food. It's going to make a massive difference. So let's talk about the challenge that I talked about at the start. So I am running an 8-week challenge for women over 40. You cannot enter if you're under 40, and you do have to provide photo ID as part of this challenge to prove your age, to prove who you are. And this is open now for the whole of 2024. If you're watching in 2025, we're probably going to do a brand new challenge then. And I will put the link in the description so you can see for yourself. Now, if the challenge isn't currently running, you will see a page where you can leave your name and email address. If the challenge is currently running, you will be able to pay the fee and enter the competition. And the fee actually goes on the program itself. So you're taken through an 8-week program with your meal plans, your shopping lists, your workout plans, all provided. And you actually go into a community as well where you can all talk to each other and encourage each other. Do check out that link. Do comment below with your experiences on how long it's actually taken you to achieve fat loss. I would love to know, but let me know if you think that guideline is about right.